What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Antoine with Chump Production, coming to you with another video on what is compound interest and how you can get it if you're not getting it, why you should get it, why you should look deeper into it. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just documenting my journey and sharing what I'm doing with you guys, some of the things I'm into, especially the things that make sense. So if you're interested, check it out and learn for yourself. So I'm at Investopia website looking up the definition of the power of compound interest calculations and examples. So compound interest is the interest on savings calculated on both the initial principal and accumulated interest from previous periods. Interest on interest, or the power of compound interest, will make a sum grow faster than simple interest, which is calculated only on the principal amount, compounding multiple money at an accelerated rate. The greater the number of compounding periods, the greater the compound interest will be. Compound interest can help your investment, but make that more difficult. So anyway, I was messing around with my calculator with different figures. So um if you have $5,000 saved up, right, and you got it in Bitcoin, and you have a wallet that pays 6% interest, okay? So you do 5,000. Check this out. Okay, so you can see you can make $300 for the year. Divide that by 365, and you'll make like 82 cents a day. Yeah, 82.821917. 82 cents a week. So in 30 days, every 30 days, you'll make $24.60 a month. And that's compounded, especially if you leave the money in there. Especially if you take that every once a month, like during this bad bear market with Bitcoin. If you got $5,000, I'm telling you, you can put it in Bitcoin and get you a wallet that pays 6% interest and a compound. So you'll make 82 cents a day, $24.60 a month. So every month you're adding at least $24.60 in interest you've accrued over the past 30 days. So remember, so as that's compounding at 6%, 0.06% a day, you you getting 82 cents a day out that, which is gonna grow to 83, 84, 85, 90, dollar 50, $2. It's gonna keep growing. So if you got 10,000, you'll make 600 a year off of it, almost $2 a day, $1.64 a day, which is $49.20 a month that you'll make. Not bad cash. So you got to look at the power of compounding. If you have greater sums than that, and you find a wallet that you trust and that you're willing to park your hard-earned money in that wallet and let it compound for the next 2 years into the bull run of 2025, um, yeah, you can make some serious cash. And even during a bull run, if you just if you sell it and put it in the stable coin, if the wallet offers that, you can still draw interest, compounding interest out the money that you like holding in the stable coin until Bitcoin drops down in the bear market of 2026. So Bitcoin may go to 210,000, 150,000. I don't know where it's going. It's up to Father. He knows what's gonna happen in the future. I don't. But so if it goes to those levels, then it'll probably come down to 70, 80,000, somewhere in there. If it go to 210, it'll probably bottom out at 70, 80,000, somewhere in there. So if you sold it at 210 and you got it in a stable coin, you can buy two Bitcoins if you get it for 70,000. So that's 140,000, whatever the fees are on that. And you still got $70,000 left over. So you can pay yourself 70,000, pay the taxes on that, which is just 20% because you've had it for over a year. So yeah, I mean you can really, do some damage after you pay the 14,000 in taxes. You left with 56,000. You can take your wife out and do something really big for your significant other and your family, whatever you feel like doing. But the point is that that money, that 210,000, right? Let's uh, let's look at that. Say you get 210,000 for that Bitcoin. Okay, you're gonna make $12,600 a year off of it, divided by 365. So now you got 23,000. So you making $34.52 a day. You know what I'm saying? And it's compounding. So it's gonna be more. It's actually gonna be more than 12,000 because that 210 has been sitting in there 4 years. So it may get to 45, $65, $75 somewhere in there because it's gonna keep compounding. So, but if it doesn't compound, you'll make at least 12,600 bucks off of it. But the point is, you just want to focus on getting a wallet. I mean, again, it's not financial advice. I'm suggesting you would check out these wallets that got high interest, at least 6%, and you can really clean their clock. Cause $34.52 is a lot of bread to make every single day. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of bread. I mean, you can't look at that like, it's chump change. It takes 210,000 just to make $34.52. You got to understand what money it takes a lot of money to make a lot of money. It's just the nature of the beast. It's just what's required. I'm not sure why it's like that, but that's just the way it is. It requires a ton of money to make peanuts. So, and the thing is that you can't let the money just sit in the bank account because the U.S. dollar depreciates in value by 7% every year. So if you got 10,000 and that 10,000 is locked up for 10 years, you don't touch it, and you leave it in your bank account. You get like 0.205% interest, if even that, which is peanut, half a percent, if even that. So, that 10,000 in 10 years is it's still $10,000, but it's only got $3,000 worth of buying power. That's the problem with money. That's why the rich are always looking for ways to invest money. And people that's poor is thinking, well, I want to just pay your bills. I want to just help the poor, this, and that. It's just the way the U.S. system is set up. It's that type of investing with the rich investing in the poor to them is bad economics because there's no return on the investment. It's just a total loss. There's no way that the person that's impoverished is going to be able to pay back the money that or give the person a return on their investment because they they're impoverished. There's no way they're gonna get any way they're gonna pay it back. So they would have to have some kind of viable idea that they have are working towards bringing into reality. So that's what like startups do in crypto and every other genre of business. But yeah, so I mean you gotta figure out ways to compound the money. Because you gotta understand, look, you know what I'm saying? Look at this. I'm gonna show you something. If you can make 13 cents a day and it grows from there, okay? So just look at how much money this is in a year. What's that? $47.45. That's just 13 cents a day. That's how much it equals up to in a year. So if we get into that in a year from now, if you start today, say you put to get that 13 cents a day, you gotta have like 800 bucks in a wallet to get that. So That's a every 10 days $1.30. So you making 390 a month, $3.90 a month. The next one is might be 420. I don't know, 430, 415, somewhere in there. But it keeps growing up. It keeps growing in value every month. But the problem with that is that um, again it requires a large sum of money to make money. But hell, $3 extra, $4, $3.90 extra a month to go towards Bitcoin is a lot of bread. You know what I'm saying? Because Bitcoin is a appreciating asset. So that $3.90 today might be insignificant, but 10 years from now, that $2.90 investment could be $100. You know what I'm saying? $50. So it just depends on what the cost value of Bitcoin is at that time in 10 years. So that's just the nature of the business world with big crypto. You want to get in while the price right now is 26,000 and some change. So you want to get in and start accumulating Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? To pull that off. So I mean, if you want to see something, I can show you how much bread you gotta make. Okay, to make a full Bitcoin, you have to invest $71.50 a day to get a full Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin stays at $26,100 for the next year, all you need is $71 a day to get a full Bitcoin. If you buy Bitcoin every single week, so what is that? 495, 490, 450 something, 455, four. Let me see what that is. 158, 500. Okay, so you need 500 a week to pull it off. So that's quite a bit of money. That's a lot of money, but if you broke it down per day, that's why I did it per day at first to show you that the type of lofty goal that is. You know, that's a lofty goal. So, but it's that's what the OGs did in crypto when they first found out about Bitcoin. They was dumping, half their check, full check, whatever disposable income they had in Bitcoin, and it paid off for them. So right now the goal is just to get like point 0.1, point 0.2, point 0.4, point 0.5, or 1 for Bitcoin. The days of getting, 10, 20, 100 Bitcoin is over with because it's not $2,000 anymore. Even that was you know, a huge amount of money, sum of money to have to pay to get so much. But that's what I'm saying. So you gotta work with what you are, or what you got. So that's all I'm saying. Don't try to overextend yourself. Again, it's not financial advice. I'm just sharing with you like my strategy, what I do, how I weigh things out and measure things according to my budget, my wife and I's budget. I don't overextend myself. Right now, my investments are on autopilot. You know what I'm saying? First early in the morning and at night, I'm voting on proposals with ICP Network. Um, every couple of days, I check the IC swap because I'm staking a couple assets on there that's growing every single day. It's crazy how the money just stacks up. But uh, this is a bear market, and I'm still making bread. You know what I'm saying? I'm making bread in a bear market. So I mean, I've made videos on the stuff that I've been doing. Flipping altcoins, these stupid altcoins for ICP. At first I was my $4 a day. I was getting in Bitcoin. I was swapping it over to ICP and sending it over to stake it. But I did that for a couple months, and now the past two and a half months, I just been keeping a Bitcoin. I've been stake mining and letting it stack up. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm not doing anything that you guys can't do yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for ways to make it happen. Then you want to get into Bitcoin mining. I mean, the pay is low, but it's honest work. You know what I'm saying? And when it take you so long to make it, you don't be in a hurry to spend it because it's always going up in value when it's pumping. It has its downturns like what's been going on the past 2, 3 days. But so what? You just get more Bitcoin because the price is down for the same amount of energy. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta invest wisely. You gotta invest wisely. Your time. You can't. Fathers, Father, yeah, the sovereign, Almighty Lord, and Emperor Yahweh is, you know, changed my life for the better. He's making me work on ways become self-sufficient through my own knowledge. You know what I'm saying? What he's teaching me, not my knowledge to say, because it didn't originate with myself. He's inspiring me to do the things that I'm doing and I'm sharing with you guys. So I'm just trying to take the light that he's shining within me and shine it in the dark places in you guys' life to illuminate ideas and stimulate, you know what I'm saying, the fragrance of the sovereign and almighty Lord and Emperor Yahweh in your life so that, you know what I'm saying, you can live by his word alone, not bread, but by his word, every word that proceeds from his mouth. But it just takes time. I mean, it takes time. I mean, this time last year, or this time, you know, 14 months ago, when I first got started taking Bitcoin mining serious, I was only making 2, 3 cents a day. You know, now, now I'm making over $7 a day in mining. It's crazy. I mean, that might seem insignificant to you, $7, over $7 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you something. Check this out. If look at this, $800, or look at this, $3,600. Look, if Bitcoin gets to 200,000 in 2 years, look at how much money that's worth. You know what I'm saying? So my miners, my miners on track to make at least this much by this time next year. It's going to exceed that, but I'm just saying I'm doing a low case scenario, and looking at future probabilities, future forecasts for returns on Bitcoin. So if it go to 200,000, I know it's gonna come down to 70, 80,000. So right there is, point one be like $7,000. So I would be able to get point three. So that's that's point one right there in a year. So that's all mining. And all I put in it was $1,000, $1,700, not $2,000 in my mining equipment. So, and I'm making all that. I'm getting $1,626 in addition to all the money I spent on my mining equipment. So I'm getting it all back. That's how you want to do it. You got to take the time to break down these mining equipment on Nice Hash Stake Calculator. Look at this equipment. Don't just randomly buy stuff. Look up how much it's gonna make per day. They give you all the specs and it's real accurate. Nice Hash is accurate. You know what I'm saying? Just gonna show you how much you're gonna make. So I mean, if you get a 1050 Ti, that makes 7 cents a day, right? But if you get 10 of them, that's 70 cents a day. So if you can find some used computers, it's got the 1050 Ti in it, then get 10 of them. That's 70 cents a day. And when Bitcoin goes up, the amount of money you get in Bitcoin is gonna increase as well. So that 70 cents to probably go to $1.42. But if you keep buying them, buying them all every time you get them, or you can just buy the mining rig. Just got 6, 8 cars in it, 12 cars in it at a time. It just depends on your budget. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could do it like that and it'd be just one machine running, but I mean, there's a lot that you learn when you mine it, when you buy used equipment. Like I had to replace the power supply on mine. It's gonna cost me $430 to get it fixed. So my equipment's been in the shop for a month, and that's 75 cents I'm losing every single day with it being gone. So yeah, those are things you don't account for when you doing your thing. But just like work injuries, you have them. They come unexpectedly. When I was telling you about Chance, what I'm saying, that surprise party. So I mean, it's the same thing. A surprise takes place in your life and throws everything into straight chaos. I mean, that's just the way it is. You don't want it to happen, but you don't know what will be on the mind of God, especially if you breaking His law, you break His commandments, and you're gonna suffer from them wonderful plagues. Just read the 28th chapter of Deuteronomy, the whole book, the whole chapter. You know what I'm saying? To be more on point with it, check out Leviticus 18, Leviticus 19, Leviticus 20, Leviticus 21, Leviticus 22, Leviticus 23, Leviticus 24, Leviticus 25, and Leviticus 26 chapter. Read all of those chapters and then head over to the 28th chapter of Deuteronomy and read the first verse to the 68th verse, and you're gonna gain a lot of clarity because it's right there. He'll explain what's happening in your life. So I'm just telling you, there'd be a lot to like, these tornadoes and hurricanes. They be tearing down houses and tsunamis and stuff. It's because of sin that people are sinning. So God returns it to your own head because you breaking His law. You could tell these storms ain't just random. If you look at tornadoes when they doing the destruction that Father's sending them out to do, that's Him doing it. They sit and focus on a building still completely torn down. It ain't just randomly running just chaotic wild. It ain't what's happening. God is controlling that storm. He's doing that. He's doing it Himself. So just something to think about. You know what I'm saying? Come out the darkness and into the light. So that's about all I got for you guys. You guys have a good one. Peace.